Warner Brothers saw early cut of Superman. The quote is, DC is in great hands. That would mean his hands. Yeah. Jay, I hope we did the right thing. Oh, we did. Yeah, we totally did. And what do you mean we? James Gunn's Superman just got another major vote of confidence from the top. Oh, so this is people from the inside of the company. So, remember the uppity ups in Warner Brothers. There's some different people now, but at the time, they all gave Batman versus Superman a standing ovation. So, yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, I know. I liked the extended version, but it's still a flawed film. All right. Anyway, as Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group co-chairs Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca revealed on the Smartless podcast, because stupid podcast was taken, they've seen an early cut of the film and they're impressed. DeLuca previously said that James Gunn has crushed it. Good Lord, he broke the movie and destroyed it? When it comes to Superman, that it's so epic. Epic fail? And gave it 5 stars. Oh, he liked it. Okay, well, all right. DeLuca adds that DC is in great hands with a gun. It sounds like a logo or, a slogan, rather. Yeah. Anyway, I used to chase James as a producer. Wow, geez. When he did Slither and started with his low-budget movies. He's really unique, and I think DC is in great hands with the two of them, DeLuca said about Gunn and Peter Safran. We've seen an early cut of Superman, and I don't want to bury the lead. Okay, there's a lot of marketing about to roll out on the way to its release. Well, it's about time, don't you think? All we ever hear about is James Gunn's a genius, Isn't this guy playing Superman? Shouldn't he be out there saying, hey, I'm Superman, the movie's awesome, Well, anyway, but he really understood the assignment. Well, let's hope so. DeLuca continued, his heart's in the right place. His aim is true. And we're really excited about their new version of DC. Abdi added, yeah, James is great. Okay. Yeah. Now that's Jimmy Olsen, so he kind of looks the role, which is odd because, they race swapped the character previously. And now he's this redheaded white kid again, But what are the odds he's gay? Well, he probably is. I don't mean the actor, maybe, I don't know, but the character, Of course, under the new rules, if he is playing a gay man, he has to actually be gay himself. I don't know how they test that. Well, yeah, okay. The hosts of the podcast also thought Abdi and DeLuca were in charge of the DCU. But they responded and clarified. Gunn and Safran report directly to Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav. Yeah, they were kind of in hot water for a while, but I guess, what was the movie? I think Minecraft they get credited for greenlighting it, so that made them some money. They said, okay, you're good again. And but that not Kristen Bale, Pattinson movie, the guy who gets cloned over and over again or some crap in the future, whatever, it bombed and cost a lot of money. So things weren't looking so great for Abdi and DeLuca. But one movie that makes a hit, and suddenly you're gold again. Yeah, it's nice. Anyway, we actually have to stipulate DC reports directly to David Zaslav. We don't oversee it, but we're big supporters of Peter and James taking the job. Our advice when we were asked was it doesn't need another career executive. It needs a storyteller in charge. We were impressed with Pixar. They brought Peter Doctor. He's a Peter Doctor, who's a filmmaker in from the field to be chief content officer and preside over their slate of movies. Yeah. Well, the creative part is James Gunn, sure. But Peter Safran is, a career executive like you guys. So that's really all they needed was someone more in the creative realm to oversee those decisions. And Safran's got to figure out the money, do the math, count the beans, get the marketing crew up and running, stuff like that, you know. Well, Superman is on its way for July 11th. And between the two, I think things still look more positive for Superman than Fantastic Four. So there's that. But uh, I don't know. It's not that, James Gunn isn't capable. I just wouldn't have thought he's the guy to do Superman. What? There's always a first time for everything. And perhaps, he'll prove everybody wrong. So there is that potential. However, he's done this before. He did Peacemaker. Yeah, Peacemaker's funny and everything, but that's not really Peacemaker. It works for Peacemaker because most people don't know who the hell that is, so it doesn't matter. So you sell him as this ridiculous, shitty Captain America type guy, and it's hilarious, and it all works out. You can't do that to Superman, Guardians of the Galaxy pretty much rewrote that too, But then again, most people didn't really know. I mean, there was it was a series recently doing okay with those characters, but it was very different. And even that's not the original Guardians of the Galaxy story. So, but with Superman, you can't change it that much. So, I don't know. I guess I'll actually have to see it to know if it's any good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I probably got to do.